Okay, great. Okay, good evening, everybody. If you'd like a question, please raise your hand, and we've got a microphone that will roam. If you can just state your media organisation and your name, and we'll get round to as many as we can. The gentleman with the light blue shirt, we'll start over here.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Thomas. When I last asked you about Kalidou Koulibaly, he was in London for his medical, and you smiled and said you couldn't talk about him. Well, now he's on his way to Las Vegas. What will he bring to Chelsea when he does arrive and link up with the squad?
Listen, it's on its way, and until it's not over the finish line and until it's not announced, it's too early to speak about it. I'm so sorry.
You've been quite clear that defensive recruitment is your priority. How close are you to adding more numbers on that side?
More numbers. We're working on it, but everybody's wishing for having the complete team in pre-season. But this is almost never happening, so that's why we're working on it. We're working as fast and very intense on it, as fast as possible. But at the same time, we're relaxed. We know what we have to offer, and at the same time, we're focused on the players who are here, because that's in general the most important.
And just one more from me, if that's all right. Raheem Sterling, we have not yet had the chance to see him training with you, but you've now worked with him for a couple of days. What have you seen from him since he's joined up with the squad?
Well, he's in an individual program. He did not join the team because the team has some 2 weeks. There are 2 weeks ahead of him, and some training sessions, double training sessions, and intense training sessions ahead of him. So it's not the moment where he joins full team training every minute. You will see him today on the pitch, and it's pretty obvious what he delivers, and this is exactly what we see on the pitch. So I have the feeling he is absolutely happy to be here. It's a new chapter for him, and he's ready. He's ready to fill this chapter in his career, and it's relaxed first days, and he's in an individual program. Which is pretty demanding, but on a different level than all the others. And he will join training today because it's not that intense today.
Adam Newson, Football London. Just on Raheem, will he be able to feature tomorrow? And there's been pictures of Armando Broja with a protective boot on. What injuries he picked up?
He had a little accident yesterday in training with ball control, and landed in a funny way on his ankle and on his Achilles. So he is in pain, but nothing major. We did all the examinations, and it's just pain. And he's lucky that he did not get injured. We are lucky and happy that he did not injure himself. So he will not be in training. He's in treatment, Armando. And for Raheem tomorrow, we have not decided yet the lineup. But as I said, he did not train every minute with the team, so it's not very likely that he will play tomorrow.
Lady at the back.
Hello, Monique from TNT Sports Brazil. In recent days, we have seen news about Chelsea's interest in Cristiano Ronaldo. I would like to ask you, please, if in fact his name was considered in your planning for this season. Thank you.
If we considered his name, well, he's a fantastic player, and he's a fantastic player for another fantastic club in our competition in Premier League. And out of respect, we don't comment on these players, because we don't like other coaches to speak about our players. So this is where this has to stay. We focused on our top target, Raheem Sterling, which we could sign, and everything else stays behind closed doors.
Gentleman at the front.
Julio Ibáñez from TUDN Mexico. What do you know about American and Mexican League?
Not so much, to be very honest, but the interest in general in Mexican football comes from individual players, of course. There have been many players in the German Bundesliga who have made their name, many players who have had a big career abroad. So we are very well aware of the individual quality and of the enthusiasm. We are very well aware of the importance of the national team of Mexico and how strong they are in every World Cup and how competitive. I'm not so fully. I don't have a full overview over the Mexican league, to be very honest. But of course, now we analyzed our opponent. We had a look at our opponent. But the moment in preseason is also the moment to focus on us and give our players and our situation the full support and the full focus. America is playing already in the league. So they are in a different physical situation than us. They're usually a very physical, very aggressive team. Let's see with big names and big personalities. So let's see how this will work out. But we expect an intense match tomorrow.
Simon.
Hi Thomas, Simon Johnson from The Athletic. Twofold question. Firstly, it's emerged that Nathan Ake is staying at Man City. Just any indication of your disappointment about that, because he was one of the players you were after? And secondly, West Ham, I think, have made a bid for Armando. Can you tell me if Armando is part of your plans, or would this be a bid that Chelsea consider?
Well, Armando is our player first of all, and we have at the moment no interest in selling him. He is here to make an impression after he was on loan in Southampton, so that's his situation, and that's from where we look up front. It's good if there's interest. It shows us that there's talent and potential, but still Armando is in the position to impress and to impress as a Chelsea player. And to become a Chelsea player. When? Nobody knows, but hopefully as soon as possible. He now got injured. There's a bit of a delay for him. It's never nice, because the young players want to should normally make an impression during pre-season, and from the very first minute. Now we have a little bit of delay in that, but that's actually the situation. And for Nathan Ake is the same than for Ronaldo. We will not comment, even if it was a nice try.
Okay. Last two questions that we've got time for.
Hi Thomas, Mike Keegan, Daily Mail. We know that this is pre-season and it's all about hard work, but given that we are in Vegas, will the players be given any time to enjoy themselves?
I think you will see maybe some players tomorrow after the match, but before the match is also the moment to focus and stay together as a team and to take it serious, because we don't have that many matches. And when we wear a Chelsea shirt, we are like obliged to our goals and to our demands, to ourselves and to our supporters, to give our very best. This is what it is if you play and work for Chelsea. So until tomorrow evening, we are focused and do everything to prepare the match in the best possible way. And then we have the flight to Orlando the next day, and there will be, of course, some private time for the players.
Okay, last question for Thomas today, Nizar.
Hi Thomas, how important is it for the young players here to try and make a stand and try and copy what Trevoh Chalobah, who's going to speak next, did?
Exactly. It's the role model. He came, took his chance and started in the Super Cup against Villarreal last season. And that's what it's all about, You can discuss and make plans for all these players, but they're not worth they're not worth the paper where you write them on it, because it can change every minute. It can change in any training, and you have to simply to be ready. I think all the young players and all the players who come from loan or from different situations and want to make a statement here, they are more than invited. They are supported, and we are open, but they are well aware that the task is very, very high, because the group is competitive and the group is strong. And still, I feel that everybody is proud to be back and proud to be in the Chelsea squad. And from there, they are responsible for their own career, and they have our full support.
Great, we'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody.
Cool. See you tomorrow, guys.
Okay, welcome everyone to. Ready? Yeah, welcome everyone to this press conference with Trevoh Chalobah. We'll follow the same rules as the last one, so please state your name and company, and we'll start with Ben here at the front.
Thank you. Ben Ransom, Sky Sports. Trevor, thanks for your time this evening. It's been a turbulent few months, I suppose, on the defensive side, given the number of players that have left the squad. What's the manager said to you about your role now and ahead of this coming season?
Well, for now, we're just focusing on pre-season training, getting fit, and obviously playing in the game. So that's the main focus right now. I haven't spoken to the manager personally yet, but my aim is just to do well in the pre-season, and obviously how I started last season as well. In that pre-season, starting strong again.
You've spoken previously about Antonio Rudiger being a bit of a mentor for you over the last couple of years. Obviously, now he's gone. Do you personally take the opportunity? Is there an opportunity for you now to almost step out the shadow and build on what you have achieved in the last season?
Yeah, as a young player, it's good to look up to players like him, Antonio. As I said, he's been the one that's helped me this season. And now that he's gone, for young players, it's important for me to now step up. Obviously, playing last season, have my first debut season, and from there, I just need to learn and step on again.
Nizar Kinsella, Evening Standard. Hi, Trevor. I wanted to ask you. You made your name in this sort of pre-season last year and got your shot at Chelsea. A lot of other boys will want to do the same as well, who've been on loan. What's your sort of advice to sort of those players who are wanting to kind of emulate you and get in this squad?
For me, I just think you just need to impress, just be ready, and that's what I done last season, and I want to do the same. So for players coming back from loan, and just the same thing, when you just give it your all, you never know what could happen.
Do you think the manager looks at everyone as equals and sort of gives you that chance during these times?
Yeah, definitely. You see us as all the same, and everyone's on the same path, same level at the moment, and whoever wants it more, who wants to impress, and then they're taken from there.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
More questions? Okay.
Hey Trevor, good evening. How you doing? James Desborough, Reach US. With the arrival of Raheem at the club, for you individually and for players, what does the importance of his mindset and experience bring to the team? And is there a renewed sense of excitement of what you can achieve and having someone who's achieved so much in his career joining the team?
Yeah, I think it brings a lot to the team. Obviously, Raheem coming in, you know how much of a big player he is, won a lot, scored a lot of goals. And to get that type of player to join our squad to then help us obviously win games, win trophies, is going to be massive for us, and we're all excited.
And mentally as well, does it impact you individually?
Well, yeah, I think you know how many games he's played. For a player, you want to play as many games as he did as well. And yeah, it's just we need to follow that footsteps as a young player as well, getting as many games as possible.
Okay, we go to the front here.
Julio Ibañez from TUDN México. Do you think that Chelsea is favorite for tomorrow's match?
Say that again, sorry.
Chelsea is favorite for tomorrow's match?
Well, we just go into the game wanting to win every game. That's Chelsea. We want to win every game as possible.
We've got to Simon here.
Hi Trevor, Simon Johnson from The Athletic. Just sort of reflecting back on the lessons you kind of learned from last season as someone that's been on loan and then making your way into the first team. Sort of what are the differences, what are the challenges that you experienced in your first season as a senior player?
Obviously, being in my first season in the Premier League I think it's all about consistency. I think to stay at the top, to play for a big club like this, you've got to be 100% every day, whether that's training. Well, it starts from training, then going into games. But I think that's what I learned last season, and that's what I want to try and improve this season.
Was there also a case of the highs and lows that come with it? You know, because you had the highs of, for example, like scoring on debut at Crystal Palace, etc. and then sort of in the second half of the season played a bit less. You got to experience the sort of the highs and lows, the realities of senior football at a club like this.
Well, as you said, yeah, that's a reality. Obviously, every player wants to do best every single game, and obviously I started well, and then obviously I had my injury and had a bit of a dip. But that's football. Obviously, it being my first season as well, I've learnt a lot. Football, it's not ever high. It's going to be lows as well. But it's the lows that you take from that and try and improve, and that's what I want to do this season.
And is that a sort of reality that other young players at the club will have to perhaps sort of be ready for, that even if they do get a chance?
I think, yeah, 100%. They're going to be mistakes all the time, and that's where you learn from them. And obviously I made mistakes myself, but it's how you're going to grow as a player and how you're going to mature.
Hi, Trev. Adam Newson from Football London. I was just going to say, in yourself, do you feel more relaxed now at Chelsea? Because last season you were almost having to prove yourself every game. Do you now feel more relaxed within the squad as well?
For me, I'll never be relaxed. I think that's just the mentality I have. I'll always be the same as last season. Every game is going to be a final or a trial for me, because it's a massive club and I want to play every game. And I think me being relaxed it's not going to help me. I think I always need to be on my toes. And yeah, just be ready for every game and every training session.
Okay, we'll go to Tom here. Then after Tom, we'll go to the lady at the back there.
Hi, Trevor. Tom Roddy, The Times. You mentioned there you want to play every game. I just wondered what it was like for you at the moment with Andreas and Tony going. It opens up opportunities. But what's it like when you know that the club are actively looking for players in your position?
Obviously, it's a big club. Chelsea's always going to try and strengthen the team in every position. And for me, I'm just focused on what I need to do and what I need to do to get into the team, and what I done last season to step it up 10 times more and obviously show the manager that I'm ready.
Okay, we'll go to the back here.
Hi, we are from Brazil, and Thiago Silva is a very important player for Brazilian national team. What can you say about the importance of Thiago for Chelsea's team?
I think, yeah, Thiago for me is, as I said, one of the idols I've always looked up to when I was young. And yeah, he brings a lot of experience to the team. As we see how he played last season, unbelievable. And for me, as a young player, trying to get to that level was very important for me to learn from him every day. And everyone from the team learns from him as well. And yeah, he brings just a massive character to the team.
Okay, cheers guys. Finish it there.
Thanks, Trevor.
Cheers.